of the Silicon Valley Bank, but an event that occurred at the same time that the collapse did. The conflagration, if you will, between an American drone and a Russian and two Russian fighter pilots over the Black Sea. We can talk about whether the timing is a coincidence after you tell us your understanding of what happened 10,000 feet above the water.
Well, my impression is, based upon the reports I've received from friends on the inside, is that we turned the transponders off that are normally attached to the unmanned vehicle. As a result, we were trying to move in close within the air defense identification zone that belongs to the Russians. Everybody has these. When you move into that ADIZ, you're supposed to acknowledge that you're there, identify yourself. Obviously, we didn't want to do that. So without the transponders, it was trying to be stealthy and gather intelligence on the Crimean installations on Crimea that belong to the Russian military. It didn't work out. And the Russians were within the legal bounds of international law to take it out, which they did. Whether or not they actually did it in the way that's described, I don't know. That sounded suspicious. I haven't heard of planes colliding with other planes to take them down.
Have you heard of planes emptying their fuel on drones, almost as if to mimic a dog urinating?
No, I haven't heard that either. I mean, quite frankly, I don't know how it happened, but I do know that the Russians disposed of it and it crashed into the sea. And I know why it was there. It was there to collect intelligence, targeting data for installations in Crimea.
Oh,
they also used it, I'm told, to target the bridge that we tried to destroy.
Is this any different from the Chinese balloon?
Well, it is different in the sense that this is inside the air defense identification zone of Russia. And yes, you're right. The Chinese balloon was inside our air defense identification zone, and we were within our legal rights to shoot it down. So absolutely, that's true. But I think this is not the first time that this has happened. I think the Russians have simply sent a message: we're not going to tolerate it anymore.
How effective? You know, I just estimated 10,000 feet. I mean, do you know how high it was and how effective these drones are at gathering data about Russian military activities in Crimea?
Well, I think they're very effective in terms of collecting data. Whether they're more effective at 10,000 than they are at 5,000, or it makes no difference, I don't know. But I do know that all these unmanned collectors, whether it's Global Hawk or the one that we're talking about, are all excellent and do a great job.